Alright, boys, so Margaret has just been revealed on the JP live stream. Now, the live stream was really bad, and it gave people, like, people thought that she was bad, which I'm here to tell you that she's not. She's absolutely insane. So, what she does is, let's talk about her skills first, okay? She has an AoE charge, right? Not bad, okay? It's okay, right? If she has good crit chance and crit damage, that'll be, like, really good, actually. Now, Breath of Bless increases the basic stats of all allies by 20% for 3 turns. So that's 3 buffs, right, that she's given you. And then she gives another buff, 4 buffs, for doing more type advantage damage. And then there's another buff, 5 buffs, for doing for taking less damage from type disadvantage. So, boys, I am here to tell you that the best combo in the game is going to be Galland, of course. You knew I was going to mention my boy when it comes to Amplify and 5 buffs. Hello. So the reason I say this is one, if we just look at the buff card isolated, right, which there's a lot more to her than this because her passive and her grace is stupid. Yeah, anyway, so her buff card gets 5 buffs. Galland with Amplify is going to destroy. He's going to kill Arthur. And if you go first, which you usually will because Bond teams will run HP, you'll run CC food. Galland is going to absolutely annihilate Arthur with all these buffs. 1, he has more attack. 2, he's doing more damage to type advantage enemies. Then 3, it's Amplify with 5 buffs. 150% extra damage, and that's multiplicative. It's not additive. So it's so stupid, dude. And if you happen to get like a rank 2 merge too, because you put him on the left, like he is killing. He's killing Bomb probably. 5 buffs. If you've watched my Galland showcases, that man does damage if he does damage, okay? Which I know sounds a little silly, but you know what I mean, right? He does damage, okay? If you get him to do the damage, and he does a lot of damage. So Galland isn't a meta now, I don't care. His quest stuff is really good too for like if you don't fight against Bond teams, it's pretty much useless. But if you don't fight Bond teams, this is going to be really good too, right? If they have a Gother, boom, ka-chow, get him out, easy clap. People are sleeping on the scene already, right? Because the JP showcase was bad, but I think now the translations, people should know that she's broken, okay? Or he, I don't know. Do we refer to Margaret that has taken over by LUDO as Margaret and then she, or do we do LUDO and we say he, or do we go neutral and we say they, them? I don't know, you let me know. Anyway, so let's talk about her as a unit though, right? So obviously she's godlike support, right? I think the team to run is going to be Goddess Liz, Margaret, and Galland. I think that team is killing everything. Or maybe if you want to be spicy, you can run Green Gother too, instead of Elizabeth. Could to give Galland the extra little bit of crit chance, even though he has like 50, I think, base now of outfits, and like after the buffs, I think the stats here are outdated. Yeah, they are, because they moved this to like 40, I think, base, and then you also have the outfits. So like he's around 50. I know, trust me, I know that. If anyone would know, I would know that. Anyway, so her unique passive is that increases the basic stats of Goddess race allies by 8% every time an ally uses a stance or a buff skill, right? So use a buff skill, boom, she gets 8% more, and Goddess Liz gets 8% more base stats, right? And then Goddess Liz uses her shield, or you run Tarmiel too, but I think Goddess Liz is just going to be better. You run Goddess Liz, and then another 8% and 8%. And if you don't want to run the Galland team because you're boring, you can run Tarmiel as a 3rd character, and then you'll have 8% from her buff turn 1, plus all the basic stats and all the other buffs she gets, plus the shield, and then plus Tarmiel because he stands up, and then if you have Estes Rosa in the back, I don't know if that counts, he throws up a buff as well for the cleanse thing, so his Tarmiel stands because it's 16%, you get 8% from Thingy, and 8% from her, so you have 40%, wait, what? 32% extra basic stats, plus the basic stat buff from this, plus the shield, plus Tarmiel stance card, plus the debuff immunity. Bro, it's actually insane. Like I said, if it's with Esteros, I think it could go to 50%, 40%, if that works that way. I don't know though. Anyway, no, because it's not a buff skill, it's just a buff, right? Yeah, it shouldn't work. So 30% you'll always have. Wait, no, you'll have 24%. Always, never mind. 24% extra basic stats, round 1, turn 1, if you just use all 3 cards, right? And how long does it last? I don't know. It doesn't tell. If it's a white buff, that's actually omega stupid. But I don't think so. But yeah, no, that's so stupid, dude. That's so stupid. And then her passive is when attacking using skills. How else would you attack? Or counter, I guess. Whatever. For every stance or buff effect on the enemy, increase the hero's attack by 5%. So she gets all these stats, right? Like, let's just only talk about her. She gets all these stats. I'm gonna say she now, because I look at this and it's Margaret, okay? She gets all these stats from their passive, from throwing all up the stands, and then she gets more buffs from this. And then when she attacks a Ban team, and that Ban team threw up like the Ban buff plus the Arthur stance card, and she's doing this card, and she has good crit chance and crit damage, she's killing. She's doing 5 million turn 1. Turn 2, because you have to buff first. But turn 2, she's killing everyone. Turn 2. I don't understand how people, like, just because like the JP devs not knowing how to play the game, like they say that she's bad. Look at that, like, how is that bad? And then also, like, she opens up cool teams because she gets so many buffs. And maybe Sora comes back into the meta too, because as far as I'm concerned, Ban has good, like, a whole lot of resistance. 60%, he probably has like 80% of outfits because that man's stupid and SA5 and everything. Bro, if you like, Sariel is going to go nuts with all these buffs too. Actually insane. Like, actually so insane. Like, Sariel and her, like, if you just run a full Goddess team, like, so instead of Galen, because you're boring, you just run Margaret, Goddess Liz, / Tarmiel, and then Sariel, you're also going to just absolutely annihilate. Like, you're going to absolutely annihilate. Now, I wish you could use her Grace. Like, you could, like, have 2 copies of her, and you could use your Grace and someone else while also having on a team. Because I'd like to run her as a Grace on Gallant. But her Grace will be super fun to play around with too. And her Grace will be, like, really healthy / interesting and fun for future metas too. Like, when we have a meta where, like, Amplify becomes a thing, or where just a lot of buffs are running around, right? Then Rupture becomes good, which Rupture is, like, I think a really cool skill. And then we have this that also becomes really good. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, it's just so good. If you have a mirror matchup and you attack someone on Margaret's team that has all these buffs, right? Then you're going to, like, and you attack and you have the Grace, you're going to have like 9 million attack, and you're going to just do absurd amount of damage. I'm going to try. We'll see. Like, ask Nagato, like another friend of mine that plays JP. If we can set up a match where, like, we have max buffs, like I use Droll Commandment, and I use Green Gother with my Margaret, like, so those 3, and then he uses, like, not Goddess Liz, because that buff is going to cuck me, but he's going to use Margaret, and then 2 other units that just have, like, well, no, it has to be goddesses, right? He's gonna run, I guess, Alley Hawk. She has a Devour card, right? Like the Digest card, right? So she can get a lot of buffs of that too. And then we just, oh yeah, we can get a lot of buffs of that. Yeah, and we do that, and then we just go crazy with like 9 million buffs, and then we'll just attack with Margaret, and she's going to do 5 bajillion damage, right? So that's going to be really cool. I'm actually so excited for this unit. Obviously, your boy is kind of poor, so she's 1/6. Her ultimate is Twigo's ultimate, which is fine. It's a good ult. It's a really good ult, but I'll go 1 rotation maybe, and then that's it. She's a festival, right? I like, this is a festival unit, I hope. Like, from how good she is, that should be a festival. Also, we should get a festival because we had a step up just now, so we should. But yeah, anyway, like, she looks so sick. There's so many team ideas that I haven't even mentioned yet. Like, she is just going to be really effing good, alright? Trust. I promise you, she's broken. Like, actually broken. And so fun and good for the game. Anyway, that's gonna be it, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know any team ideas you have in the comments. Maybe I'll try some of them, right? Maybe some of them are stupid. I'm not gonna try them. Anyway, good ciao.